Hey, Forge fans, Anthony Urciuoli with you, bringing you Behind the Beard with Forge FC head coach and technical director Bobby Smyrniotis. Forge has one more away match this regular season, and it comes this weekend against FC Edmonton. After that, they will have 3 straight at home, and that's it. We'll be ready for the playoffs. Here's head coach and technical director Bobby Smyrniotis talking about Forge hitting the home stretch here with one more away match.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of that stretch on these road games. One more in Edmonton, and it's going to be a tough one, and it's a very important one for us at this point of the season. We've got 4 games left. Everything is in our hands, and this is going to be the next most important game, as we call them.
And I know people, talk about trap games and things like that, but I would assume the club is fully aware of what Edmonton can do in terms of causing problems for their opponents.
Yeah, they've been. I think they've been an excellent team. The results aren't there for them, but apart from us, I may be wrong on this, but I think they've taken points from every team in the league. So they're a team that's fighting, and right now they have nothing to lose, and that's the way they've been playing. I thought they were excellent this past weekend against Cavalry, much better than what the result shows. So we've got to be prepared for a team with a lot of energy that's coming out there and just trying to do their best on the pitch, and we need to be the best version of ourselves coming out of that game.
How do you feel like the club has handled adversity this season? I know as a coach, that's one of those things you're looking for, especially going into the playoffs. Do you feel like the club has responded well to the challenges that you faced?
Yeah, I'll be in a better position to say that in a couple of weeks, but I think we went through a tough stretch, and each moment that you get throughout a year or throughout the years, they're all learning moments for players, for staff, for everyone involved. I think we've done a good job in these last 2 games, bouncing back. Playing some good football with a win and a tie away at Pacific, where I thought we were very good. We created a lot of good opportunities, and are unlucky not to come out with a couple more points. But we just need to keep it going. You forget about what you did in the last ones, and you just focus on the one ahead, because each opponent is unique in their own way, and they're bringing something different to the pitch. And I think that's the one thing we try and do week in, week out.
I know it's kind of an odd question to ask, but the weather. So we're getting into the colder season now, and this is where the games are arguably more, most important. Does that impact the game at all, playing in the colder weather, more rain, maybe more wind? Does that change things at all?
Yeah, I think 10 to 20 degrees makes it a lot more comfortable than 25 to 40 degrees. So for the players, I think it's ideal conditions. Obviously, rain, wind, that changes things, but we've had that. This is Hamilton. This is Tim Hortons Field, so we're used to the wind, and we're sure that will be something that our opponents will have to face in our last 3 home games. But I think this time of the year, and looking at how the weather's been going, I think it's perfect conditions for a football player for what we're doing out there. So I think there's not much excuses.
What's just maybe a summation of your young players this season playing meaningful minutes on a really good club with high aspirations? How do you think the younger guys have responded?
Yeah, I think it's been very good. We have a mixed group of younger guys that are playing a lot, guys that are playing, in different parts in the season. Then we have guys who haven't had a lot of minutes who are excellent in training. But I think all of them have been very good. We take Kwesi Poku and his performance on the weekend at Pacific. I thought, he was brilliant on both sides of the ball. In one way you look at it, and he had a difficult task defensively with a good attacking player in Pacific and Bustos, and he neutralized him, and for the most part he was enough offensive threat for us as well. So I thought it was an excellent game from him. Not having played a lot of minutes in the last few games, and the way things have been rotating and other players have been performing, and that's what we expect to see. We have a guy like Sebastian Costello, who is one of the best in training and performing, and it's a numbers game sometimes in staying out. So, he's got the right mentality, the right work rate on the field, and I think that's always going to pay off in the long term.
We are the Forge, the mighty, mighty Forge. Just don't think you understand.
This has been Forge FC head coach and technical director Bobby Smyrniotis, and Behind the Beard. The most Forge content can be found on the Forge Audio Network with Anthony Urciuoli. Subscribe on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.